Good morning to one and all gathered here. I, Priyanka Pradhan, faculty of Parul Institute of Business Administration, Parul University, would like to welcome you all in the Parul University's live webinar session. Education allows us to explore every aspect of life and can lead us to anywhere we want to go in life. Education is having a thirst of knowledge and the ambition to take your learning to the next level. Life is a learning experience, and education is an important part of this. With this, I would like to welcome Honorable Resource Person of the Day, Dr. Indranil Bose. Last but not the least, I sincerely welcome all my students and faculty colleagues. Today is the wonderful day, as amongst us, today we have a recognized higher education expert, Dr. Indranil Bose. It's my pleasure to have you here, sir. Dr. Indranil Bose, a fellow of the prestigious Higher Education Academy, UK, has been working in different senior academic and leadership capacities, like Dean with the School of Business with the University of Bolton, UK, at their International Academic Centre, based at Ras, Khemai, UAE. Program Director Business Management, Northwood University, Michigan, USA, at their International Program Operations at UAE since 2015. Previously, he also taught as senior full-time lead faculty with the graduate and master's programs of the University of Wolverhampton, UK, at the UAE academic operations for approx 1.5 years. As adjunct faculty, he has taught with the EMFS courses for the international graduate programs on business of the University of London, UK, offered through the London School of Economics, and political science at the British Council, Dubai. He has also taught with the international online MBA programs of the several UK-based universities. He is on the advisory panel of the several universities in India for their PhD research programs. Dr. Indranil has the experience of teaching diverse students groups pursuing their vocational business management curriculum from level 4 to level 7 under different UK-based awarding bodies. In India, he has taught with the university and other autonomous programs at the undergraduate and postgraduate levels on business management. He has proven record of research and publications in peer-reviewed journals listed with ABDC, Scopus, EBSCO, etc. He is also the member of the International Advisory Council of Harvard Business Review since January 2020. He has also presented various papers in variety of universities. He regularly updates himself on the contemporary teaching and learning practices in professional and higher education through different self-development initiatives, and has attended several FDPs and professional development programs offered by the prestigious institutions and universities like University of Bolton, UK, University of London, UK, Northwood University, USA, IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Calcutta, etc. We welcome you, sir. Our today's topic is perspectives of technology applications in today's people management practices. The only thing that is constant is change. Technology has increased the efficiency of HR management significantly through more effective employee hiring methods, organizational communication, as well as considerably enhancing the skills of HR managers. People management has multiple dimensions. It starts with process and ends with technology. And financial resources may be the lifeblood of a company, but human resources are the brains. Sir, I would like to invite you to share the perspectives of technology applications in today's people management practices.
Thank you, Priyanka, for such a very elaborate introduction and everything. I'm also thankful to Professor Dr. Shantanu Chakraborty. He is very closely known to me, and and the other professors and faculties, and definitely dear students. I think I'm audible. So I'm speaking from my home today in Kolkata. So might be there will be some little disruptions in internet connectivity or something like that, but I'll try to make it perfect as much as possible. Uh, so the thing is this, I'll be speaking today on the perspectives of technology applications in human resource management practices by the organizations. Okay. Uh, Let me start with a simple example first. See how technology has penetrated in the management discipline and specifically in the HR domain. Because all of us know, because I know that in the Parul Institute of Management, special emphasis is given on entrepreneurship and other things, because I regularly follow your social media pages, and I around 1 year, 2 years back, I had a plan, I had a discussion with Dr. Chakraborty to attend some workshop or to participate in some workshop on entrepreneurship and some other things in your university. But due to COVID and other things, I could not travel. So, but I am telling you the few examples. Like everywhere, when you go to the office, you join to the office. When all of you know that thing. Even I personally do that thing also. Now, when you go to the office, in our attendance system, okay. Now, our attendance system is definitely the part of our HR practices. Now, when you go to our office or the campuses, even say, take example, even 5 years back also, or 6 years back also, or even 10 years back also, maximum. Okay. We used to go to the reception, we used to sign the register, I mean, check-in time, check-out time, something like that. Now, when you go to the office, we have to go for the punching system. Either we have to tag our that particular RFID card, the identity card, or we have to punch through our fingers, system impression, something like that, on the system like that. And our attendance is recorded. At what time you are coming to the office, at what time you are leaving the office. Okay, so this is a very basic example of how technology is being used by the management in the organization, mainly in the people management practices. Because why this is so important? Because see, when our attendance is recorded on the system, the most important part is that say how many days we have reached our office, workplace late. How much late? Maybe say many organizations have their policies. Like say if you come to the office subsequently 3 days late, so what will happen? Say maybe one day half sale or privilege leave, whatever they have that in the organization can be deducted from your entitlement, or some other things can be there. Okay, so that is for the HR policy of the company. Okay, and you are aware about that. But I am coming 3 days or 5 minutes late or 10 minutes late or 15 minutes late. Many organizations say okay, they can allow up to 5 minutes late or 10 minutes late to come to the office, maybe say 5 days or 6 days a week. I mean, sorry, a month, like that. Okay. So technology application is the fundamental thing which has actually made the severe impact, the serious impact and very intensive impact on the human resource management practices. I just gave you one very basic example. Now, when you talk about the human resource practices, what do you understand by human resource practices? Human resource practices basically like the Professor Priyanka, she just said about the human resources basically the brain of the organization, head of the organization. I'm telling you one thing. Somebody said that HR is the black box. I mean, you cannot. You may try to control, influence, and other things of HR by doing a lot of policies and strategies. But HR, you cannot completely control HR. That's the main thing. Okay, and even controlling the HR 100% is not also desirable by the enlightened organizations. Okay. Now we call HR why it is so important, not only because see in today's organization, today's context, most of the emerging sectors, like say take example, information technology sector, healthcare sector, research and development sector, pharmaceutical sector, okay, consulting sectors and other sectors which are very revenue generating sectors. Okay, even the traditional sectors also among themselves, there are a lot of sectors which are basically labor-intensive industries now have turned into capital intensive or the technology intensive industry. There also, the role of the HR has become so significant. Okay, and the entire existence, entire growth story of that organization depends on the HR. Not only because see, you are an organization, you have some technology with you. Fine, absolutely great. Your competitor also has the same technology. but how do you differentiate your organization, how you can have an edge over the competitors? This may be exclusively due to your manpower, their competencies, their capabilities. Okay, like that. See, take example, hospitals. Okay, all the big hospitals, they have the same kind of technology, same kind of things, same kind of infrastructure. But hospitals, we know, okay, so and so hospital is the best hospital in heart surgery because they have the best doctors there. Doctors means human resource, basically. Okay, like same like that. So if you talk about the world's top-notch technology companies, okay, almost all the companies, technology companies of the world, they have, I mean, very minimum differences in the nature of their operations and everything. Their strategies are almost same. Their technology they're using are almost same. The management practices are almost same but the differentiating factor is that see Microsoft has one of the organizations which has the best brains of the world, they call it. Okay, that means best brains means the best talented people who are contributing to the at maximum level, okay, toward the growth of the organization, like that. Okay, so this is take the example of the universities. In India, we say why we say okay, this is IITs, IIMs, or Indian School of Business, or Indian Institute of Science Bangalore, or India's top-notch universities. Why they are known for that? Not only because they are the wonderful campuses, because see, we'll find a lot of wonderful campuses in other universities also. But these top-notch universities, either private or public, whatever, BITS Pilani, like that. Okay, so you will be finding the best brains there, best people there, best system there. So that definitely people makes a difference. So you have to understand that. Apart from that, when you go for the another aspect of this, the cost of the manpower. The cost of the manpower has significantly increased during last one decade or little more than 1 decade. Okay, it has been found by the different studies, by like CIPD, Deloitte study, or SHRM study. I'll be coming to that part also. Okay, that in many of the industries, approximately 1/4 of the operation cost is the human resource cost. In many cases, more than that. Okay, so operation cost, I mean, huge amount, a percentage of operation cost is the human resource cost only. That example, information technology sector. Some of the companies, like take example, Cognizant. You know, all of you in the name Cognizant. Now, Cognizant, in some of the operations of Cognizant, I know I have many friends in Cognizant. Some of them working in the HR also. So in India, outside India, in Deloitte, take an example. Okay, Deloitte, I have very good friends in very high positions in Middle East, in Southeast Asia, like that. So they say, see, operational cost, I think more than 40%, 45% of the operational cost of such companies, of these companies, world's leading companies, are the HR cost, because they want to attract the best people. They are very generous to attract to spend huge amount of money to attract the people, retain them, whatever. Different workforce modeling has come up. But when we talk about the technology application in HR in today's context, it has become, it has taken a certain dimension in recent years. Now, you will see CIPD, Deloitte, all these things are mentioned here. What is CIPD? Deloitte, all you know. I need not explain that thing. CIPD is a chartered body of UK, which is world's leading organization. It is a chartered, like in India, we have the chartered CA, cost accountancy, say company secretaryship. These are all actually the chartered qualifications in India. Like in UK, they have also chartered qualifications in the financial domain, but also they have the chartered qualification and the chartered bodies which are passed, approved by the British Parliament. Actually, this is called the CIP, Chartered Institute of Personal Development. They have the CIM, Chartered Institute of Marketing, like that. Okay, so CIPD is a chartered body in the UK, Chartered Institute of Personal Development. Many of you, if you want to pursue your career in HR in future, I'll be telling you to recommend to go for some CIPD qualifications. In India, in Bombay, they have the very big office, CIPD's office. Okay, there are different levels of qualifications. But the thing is this, CIPD, they come out with a very robust industry reports every year. Okay. SHRM is the American body, Society for Human Resource Management. All of you might be knowing that. They have also a very good presence in India. But SHRM is, mostly industry body. Okay, SHRM is not a chartered body. And CIPD is a industry body as well as the academic research and a lot of things they do every year. SHRM also comes with a report, but I have taken many information from the CIPD because a lot of information published by the CIPD are openly available, open access information. Okay. Now, I'll be telling you about the CIPD and the Deloitte observation in 2019 report regarding the status of the technology applications, how much money the organizations are using in HR domain, HR technology domain rather. Okay, then I'll be quickly briefing you about the foundations of technology-based contemporary HR, then digital workplace, digital workforce, and digital HR. These are the three pillars of the present-day technology-based HR practices: digital workplace, digital workforce, and digital HR. These are the three things. I'll be explaining this thing little clearly. Okay, with some example also. Then I'll be telling you about, say, new tools and expanded transparency facilitates digital HR. What are the tools the organizations are using, with some corporate examples, some real life examples. Okay. Then I'll be talking about the direct impact directions of the HR in the industry 4. Now, actually, industry 5 has started. People are saying. So industry 4, how different aspects of HR technology is being flourishing or has flourished. And then finally, what you understand by HR adoption levels. This is a very interesting one, because HR adoption levels means not all the organizations of all sectors or all shape and size, they're using, they have adopted the HR technology at the same level. So they have adopted in different levels and different steps, because there are different factors involved in it. Okay, I'll be telling you that. About like affordability, like say the mindfulness of the entrepreneur, of the organization's owner. I mean, whether they're ready to invest in the HR technology, whether they require it. When HR technology, when you talk about HR technology, HR is a vast discipline. It's not only a concept of HR. It includes everything. I mean, it includes starting from staffing practices like recruitment and selection, learning practices like training and development, HRD, talking about compensation management, talking about, say, transfer policies, and I mean everything, employee relocation. I mean, everything is a part of the entire thing. So it is not possible for every organization to apply the HR technology in every HR field. It is not possible, actually, unless and until the organization has a huge money to invest. Organization has a huge system to start the HR technology across the domains of the HR practices. Otherwise, it's not possible. Okay. And finally, I'll be coming with the CIPD study 2017 in the Europe and America about the nature of the practices by the top-notch American and the European companies in the HR technology sector. So all these things I'll be telling you, and even I'll be giving you some examples of the Indian organizations also. Okay. First, let us start with the research observations. Like CIPD and Deloitte study in 2019, they conducted the study and they have found that 56% of the companies they surveyed in 2019 are redesigning their HR programs to leverage digital and the mobile tools. Okay, you know that thing. There are different platforms which are being used widely, okay, for management practices or management integration. One of the areas is definitely HR. So 56% of the companies they surveyed in 2019, the companies were mostly from Asia and Europe. Okay, they are redesigning their HR programs, HR practices. Okay, why to understand the HR programs? HR programs means their recruitment programs, their employee engagement programs, their training and development programs. I mean, everything to make it more appropriate, suitable in the emerging technology platforms. So to leverage the digital and the mobile tools, these are things. I'm telling you one example. Like, say, one of the most important area where the mobile tools are widely used in HR is the learning and growth perspective, learning and growth programs. Okay, there's a training and development program. People can learn a lot of things. People can attend the training programs, a lot of things. Okay, like that on the mobile platform itself. Okay, they have the mobile phone. Everybody today have the smartphone and everything we have. Okay, you can log into the training portal and you can do it. The companies like, say, Shell, companies like, say, I am giving an example, Saudi Aramco, one of the leading oil petroleum company in the world, based in Saudi Arabia. The example, say, we know that story of the Southwest Airlines. Okay, Qantas. Okay, there are a lot of companies, even in India, ONGC. Okay, they have started a lot of mobile platform-based training initiative, small and large training initiative for the employees of different categories. Okay, not every employee can access all the training program. Definitely, they have certain type of training programs. They can have the access from the mobile phone while they're traveling, maybe by flight or maybe by train or by something like that. Maybe they're going to attend some training program, physical training program. Before that, the entire, say, documentation and other things, maybe small videos and other things, okay, which have been customized and developed for the particular trainees by the training program, for the training program. Those are already available on the certain platforms, mobile platforms. So those things can be done easily. Okay. Now talk about the 51% of the companies are currently in the process of redesigning their organizations for digital business models. Okay, yeah, you know that what is digital business model? You might be knowing that because you are most of you know the study the entrepreneurship. That digital business model is being taught widely. Okay, now digital business model, take example, Ola, Uber, all this Uber companies, the business models. You all know that thing. Okay, so when you talk about the digital business models, even many of the traditional companies in the retail industry, maybe in the healthcare industry, and many other industry, they have come out with the extended digital business model version. Like take example, if you talk about the Walmart has also the online business. Like say let's take example like this. You talk about Carrefour. Carrefour is a French German world's third or fourth largest retail chain. Okay, they have also the online Carrefour thing. Okay, if you talk about apart from retail sector, any other sector, even talk about nowadays you can book your cab. I mean, I stay in UAE. Say there not only Ola is not available there, Uber is there, but apart from that, if you go for a booking for a taxi and everything, you can move track the movement of the booking when like same like the Uber, like with the radio cab, all these things. Okay, so they can have all these kind of platforms, their business models. Okay, a lot of things are there. Now, not only redesigning their business models in the line of digital business models, but also their people centricity, like that. See, I mean, for which particular type of employees, what kind of training is given, what type of employees who are looking for what kind of business design. Like take example, HSBC. HSBC is a world-renowned bank. You know that thing. As an employee of HSBC, if you want to take the transfer from one geography to other geography, maybe you are based in Southeast Asia. Maybe you are Southeast Asia, HSBC means basically India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, all these countries. Okay. Now maybe you are based in India, maybe you are based in Ahmedabad. Now you're working with HSBC in a senior management position. You want to go outside, you want to look for some opportunities abroad. Okay. Maybe you find HSBC Middle East, or HSBC Southeast Asia, HSBC Europe, like that. Okay, if you find out, you can go to the HSBC website of Middle East. You'll find in which country what vacancies are available and whether that requirement suits your profile. Okay, you can apply there or not. Okay, so there is the provision and the possibilities that you can relocate. A lot of people do that. Okay, so in my international HRM class, I give this example of HSBC with a lot of examples, a lot of things, all these things. Now, when this kind of things are happening here, say here the digital business model has become very important thing. Okay, I mean, I'm telling you also, apart from that, in connection with the digital business model, a lot of new roles have become digital roles actually. Okay, a person is sitting in Bangalore, person is sitting in Bombay, person sitting in Delhi or Gurgaon, is managing the business of the entire world. Okay, she is when he or she is senior vice president of customer acquisitions and customer retention of the, say, if you look at the US and UK operations, but he is based, she's based in Gurgaon maybe. Okay, like that. Okay, so it is possible because of the digital business model. Now, it is directly affecting the way people are being hired, roles have been allocated, nothing like that. Now, 31% of the surveyed HR teams are using some form of artificial intelligence. It's very important one. How AI is being used in HR. I'm coming with some example to deliver HR solutions. Okay, and 41% are actively building mobile apps to deliver HR services. Okay, like say I'm telling you a simple example. Few years back, and in 2017, okay, I was working with a big academic group in India. Okay, I'm telling you the example, AI based. Okay, they have their specific HR platform that is based on the AI. I have worked with many groups, but I have seen that kind of thing only there. Okay, that is based in that group was based in Hyderabad. Okay, now see how many annual leaves you are, how many privilege leave, casual leave, how many say this leave or that leave you are entitled. At the end of every month, this report used to generate, and this used to be sent to the employee ID. Like I used to get, maybe I have taken I was entitled for 14 casual leave per year. Okay, now 14 casual leave I could not take overnight. Maybe in the very first month of joining, I cannot take 14 only. Now, but the thing is say after completing 3 months or 4 months or 5 months of services, maybe 3 or 4 casual leaves I'm entitled to. So how much casual leave I'm entitled to, that particular information, I could access the system. I could see there. Okay, now I am entitled for 3 or 4 casual leave. So what I used to do, now we used to, all the employees, not only me. So we used to plan some conference somewhere. Okay, and conference in the place which is very scenic place. Like when I've been to Ahmedabad also, in Ahmedabad, I've been to South India also, in Kozhikode, I am Kozhikode, a lot of places. how is to plan that? Okay, so say, okay, we'll be taking a particular leave of 3 days or 4 days annual leave. So because this information was automatically generated by the system, it was not like that some HR is sitting there and sending us the email. No, nothing like that. Okay, HR was definitely there. There's a HR people, HR team there, 4-5 people are there. But the system was based on AI. How many casual leave I am entitled to for that particular moment. So accordingly, used to plan our travel or something like that. Okay. Not only that. When see, I know. I mean, in my present workplaces, we have to punch our attendance in the system. Now, what we see there, that is some sort of AI-based applications are there. Okay. If I continuously go late to the office and something like that, say if it is maybe continuously in that particular month, say 5 days or 6 days, I'm going late. Sometimes 2 minutes late, sometimes 5 minutes late, sometimes 10 minutes late, whatever. Okay. At the end of the month, or before, I mean, at the end of the third week of the month, I can track my attendance there. Okay. There is some that is when they say, okay, if you come late again for another 1 or 2 days, maybe you will be losing 2 casual day or leave. So, 2 days from my annual leave. Sorry. So like that. So there are a lot of things that can be seen there. Okay. Now we talk about the foundations of technology-based contemporary HR. Now here I'll be quickly telling you about the why technology drives the HR. What are the benefits of that? Now when you talk about the technology-driven HR, the most important, the most significant development is that it streamlines the HR process and reduces the administrative burdens. Because before the technology was introduced to a significant level in the HR, 99% of the HR functions, is to be done by people manually. Okay, so in that case, in talk about manually, there is the administrative burden. You have to hire a large number of people with the HR clerks, HR assistants, these and that, something like that. Now this is not required anymore. Okay, so everything is being streamlined. Entire system is completely unbiased. Entire system can be controlled and monitored by only 2 or 3 people, and it is purely technology based. Technology cannot be biased. You understand that? Okay. Now take the example: reduce HR administration and compliance costs. That's very important one, because when you are talking about streamlining the HR processes and practices, it definitely reduces the HR administration and the compliance cost. Now compete more effectively for the global talent. Because see, I was giving the example of the HSBC recently, just 2 minutes before. So you can have the idea that how by the effective technology application, talent acquisition, talent transfer, talent retention, all these things can be done. Even I'm telling you another example, like say, maybe as I'm telling you now, I'll not repeat this example again. Like say in learning and growth, okay, like talent training and development. I'm telling you a simple example. GlaxoSmithKline Beecham, you might be knowing the name of the company. It's one of the world's leading pharmaceutical company, Glaxo, based in UK. Okay. Now Glaxo has the presence in almost 78 countries in the world. 78. Okay. Now when you're talking about 78 countries in the world, Glaxo has a very big challenge of giving the training at the same level, at the same pace across the globe to its employees. Now, why? Mainly the product training. Now, when you talk about the product training, we understand something like, say, maybe one medicine, one drug is being tested and will be launched in Nigeria. The same medicine might be launched in India after 6 months, okay, or after 1 year, like that. Now, see, when the medicine will be launched in Nigeria or has been launched in Nigeria, okay, the people who are engaged in, that particular product will be given training in Nigeria. But after 1 year, the same medicine, the same drug will be launched in India. Now, how the people from Indian operations will be responsible for that particular drug or the medicine will be given training. Okay, so they cannot give the training simultaneously because the people already in India, they're already busy with some other medicine, some other things like that. Okay, but definitely the training platform they're using, the Glaxo is using for the Nigeria operation, the same platform can be used in India at a later period with certain changes required for the Indian condition. To understand that. Okay. Now, how you can design online training portal, how you can design online training platform. For that, they have different vendors, different training providers, all these things. Okay, it can be interactive training. You can see a lot of recorded lectures. Okay, you can have a lot of other things where online testing, online simulation exercises, all those things are there actually. So those things can be used in Indian operations also with certain Indian orientation. Maybe in Nigeria, they will be using the English language as well as some local language of Nigeria. Maybe in India, they'll be using the Hindi and English also, like that. Okay. Maybe in India, they will be showing some videos which are more India centric rather than Nigeria centric. Okay. So those things will be changed definitely. But you will see different things, and it is being done. And I'm telling you, when you talk about in the pharmaceutical industry, the earliest, one of the earliest companies who have gone for this digital training program, for the pharmaceutical industry was the Glaxo. Okay, and it has, and Glaxo is the front runner. Many other companies presently are doing that thing. Okay, for the international operations. Okay, even in the manufacturing sector, the Glaxo model is being followed by Mahindra and Mahindra. You know that thing. Okay, so this is the way. Global talent management, procurement, and development, and other things actually is a costly affair. Not every company can do it, definitely. But if you have a proper plan, if you have a proper intention, if you have a proper vision for your HR activities or HR orientation for the future, definitely you can chalk out, you can schedule the entire thing in a proper way. Okay, so like this thing. Now, definitely, when you talk about technology-driven HR, it provides you the more transparency and leading to the improved services and access to the data and information. As I told you just now, in my previous one of the old organizations, I told you that in India, I could see how many CL I am entitled to, how many say when my next increment is going to happen. Okay, if I am entitled for any kind of incentive that year for doing some extra job or doing some extraordinary things, something like that, I used to access all those informations. Okay, from the HR portal. Okay, and if I could find some kind of discrepancies there, and definitely I can quickly write there. Even not for that, I need not write any email separately. From my portal, from my HR, login portion, I can directly send the email, the query. Okay, I am supposed to get 4 casual leaves, but I am not. I have been shown that 3 casual leaves are there. Can you give a justification? Within maybe 24 hours, justification comes because the system has everything like that. Okay. Now, the next one important aspect is that she providing the real-time metrics to allow decision makers to spot trends and manage the workforce more effectively. So, the real-time metrics basically means what is happening. Many of you might be knowing about the ERP practices. Now, ERP has become old actually, But in the ERP, there is a portion called the people management practices. Say there, a global organizations or a geographically dispersed organization, they have the different operations, different people are locating different operations, different business domains, something like that. Getting the real-time data, real-time information about everybody was almost impossible. Okay, technology has made it possible. ERP was a technology basically, like many of the companies nowadays after beyond ERP, they call it beyond ERP practices. Now this is very well integrated, well connected, something like that. Okay, see that's why when somebody joins in some designation in some, maybe you are working in a company which is based in Singapore, you are working in India, somebody has joined in some operations in China, you can have the quick information there. Okay, maybe you have been awarded with some regional or national award, international award, whatever. So that quickly the information goes to the HR portal of your company, and somebody from across the globe will see. You don't know. Somebody will spot you, and somebody will be asking you to, okay, come to China, or come to Hong Kong, or come to UK, London, or come to Dubai, something like that, to work with us, because we have seen that we have have been awarded on this particular function, like that thing. Okay, which was not possible earlier. Real-time data information, and the most important part is that presently HR is considered as the change agent, the biggest change in the organization. Okay, most of the organizations are going for changes. Either it is digital change, or it is for product-based change, or the market-based change, or the cultural change, because of maybe the many of the changes happen also because of the merger acquisitions and other things also. Okay, everywhere, without the proper application or integration of the support of the HR, or integration of the HR system or subsystem in the overall change system, overall organizational system, you cannot make it possible. Okay, so in this case also, technology is not only the reservoir of information, whatever is required to be applied in future, but also other things also you can look at that. Sorry. Okay. Now, when you talk about the HR technology applications, organizations are basically using two types of technology solutions. One is called the best of the breed solution. One is called the integrated solution. Now, when we talk about the best of the breed solution, I'm coming one by one. See, this is a very common practice. As I told you in the beginning, that not every domain of HR, not every aspect of HR can be technology integrated at the same time. It's not possible actually because HR is a huge domain. And even is your company is a big organization. Maybe take example, a company like State Bank of India. They have the thousands and thousands of employees. Okay, they have the hundreds of areas in which they are looking on HR practices. Is it possible for a company to go for a HR application or integration of every HR function covering every employee of the organization at the same time? No, it's almost impossible. Maybe State Bank of India will pick up four or five priority areas in HR where the technology can be applied. Maybe they are going for. I went to office, life insurance office, LIC office around I think in last week of December in Calcutta. Okay, one of my friends is working there. Now, what is talking that? See, I went to the same LIC office 2 years back, because 2.5 years back when I was in India. When I came here, went to the office, LIC office, what I found there, I found that see, there in a lot of things have been changed actually. Like that, see, there many of the employees are very unhappy that they have started this punching system for their attendance. Okay, even 2 minutes or 3 minutes late, I mean, in attendance, person can get disciplinary action also like that. Now LIC has like this. So, but LIC has a lot of other things also. Those have not been digitized or been technology oriented like that thing. Okay, so you see that thing. LIC might have taken certain actions on certain areas where the technology has been applied. Okay, like that. Okay. And now LIC, I have heard and I've seen that thing that LIC is now widely using technologies basically to hire the direct and the peripheral employees. What is direct employees? Like LIC's their own employees. They're working under their own, payroll. What is peripheral employees? People working with LIC like their, say, insurance agents and other people like that. You know that thing. Okay, they're peripheral people basically. Okay, now they're business associates. Okay, now for all these things, LIC is not distributing any forms. LIC is not conducting in written examination. Okay, in online people can the form can apply and whatever whenever they have the in certain region or something like that. Even this has been done because see, LIC has many divisions across India. Okay, now earlier entire thing was being controlled and monitored from the central office in some of the part of the. So maybe for the eastern region they have the maybe 6 or 7 divisions. The maybe for one division 6 to 20 it is to manage from the head office, eastern region head office. From the western region maybe from western region head office. Okay, like that. But now each and every division has been given responsibility to hire, develop, retain the employees. Okay, and technology is being widely used. So you can see decentralization has happened in the management practice. At the same time, decentralization has been supported by the technology application. So you understand that. Okay, so a lot of things are being done. Now, that's why I'm saying that best of the breed solution means a large company can contact different vendors providing different technologies for different functions. For training and development, one part of training and development requires some sort of technology. Okay, you hire that particular to purchase or hire the technology from one vendor, which is most suitable financially and operationally. Okay, maybe you require to implement one technology for retention and the employee engagement. So you talk to another vendor, okay, and you do this. It's called the best of breed solution. That means what is the best solution? I mean, you are not dependent on one supplier. You are not dependent on one vendor. You are not dependent on one particular type of technology. Okay, so like this thing. So best of the breed solution is a very common one. Now another one is that called the integrated solution, where organizations this is if you have maybe you have studied the organizational development OD in the HR, OD, organizational development change management, you might have known that thing. Say many organizations, when they go for the overall change or maybe 40%, 50% of their operational change in the HR or something like that, how the entire thing can be managed, can be integrated the HR technology, okay, can be done by one or two developers, one or two vendors only. Okay, they will be providing the platform to you. They will be coming to your organization. They will be conducting a whole lot of information collection procedure. Like they'll be conducting some survey. They'll be doing a meeting with the top management, middle management. There will be some task force or the group something in the organization. Will be providing them all information. Ultimately, at the end of the day, they'll be coming out with the solutions of the certain things which are given to them, and they'll bring out some solutions. Like say they'll be coming out. So it is actually an integrated solutions. All the things are actually integrated and provided, and technology is being provided and implemented by one or two big vendors, and the company will be dependent on them. Okay, many companies are doing that also. Okay, like this. So when you go for this kind of, even many companies that develop their own technologies, okay, as a part of integrated solutions, they ask the experts to come to their places, sitting with them, talking with them, their certain project plan. Maybe next 6 months, 7 months, that we'll be working on that, and ultimately there will be some solution will come, that's the solution, and definitely they'll be testing on that and doing that, something like that. Here, the HR people, line management people, technology people, senior management, middle management, in many cases, the stakeholders like trade unions and other people will be involved also. Okay, this is the thing actually, like that. Now, I am giving you a few examples, like say from where the type of the HR technology, what you usually know, what is called the HR portals. I have given the example of my own experience. I mean, where from HR portals, you can see a lot of information as an employee. Employee self-service, it's a very important end user tool for the employees. Might be your university employees also have that kind of information where you can have the access to all the information about yours. I mean, employee self-service basically means it is basically from the employee's end. Employee can see, say I was going through one university website because one of my friend works there. Okay, say when you completed your PhD, have you done for any postdoctoral studies? Have you done for any extra diploma or degree or certificate courses from abroad? How many research papers you have published? Okay, when you update these things to the organization, to the HR department, the HR department automatically uploads all these things to the employee self-services portal. From there, employee can also look at that, and many cases, employees also are given the chance to amend all those things. Okay, they can add few things, they can remove for some few things, something like that. HR portals is basically, it is something you can say earlier, it is the HRIS, Human Resource System, where the HR people at a central location or other places can look at all the information about the people in the organizations. Okay, maybe they can come out with the information. Okay, a company has 400 employees. Out of that, how many employees have completed 10 years of service with them? So they can see around 12% of the employees. So this number of employees have completed 10 years of service with them. So, so they are entitled for some kind of training or some kind of incentive for their loyalty to the organization, something like that. Okay, say how many employees have got the star category performance award. So from the HR portal, you can have the information. How many employees are from that particular engineering background? How many employees are just ordinary graduates? How many employees are have done their MBAs and other postgraduate graduations in business management, like that? Okay, how many employees have the qualifications supply chain management? So all the informations are available with you. Okay, so that is kind of thing. Okay, now the second is the manager self-service. In the manager self-service, actually, it is some sort of information which is accessible or which are accessible by the managers. Okay, and managers also not only check their information, check about their information with the required information. Like information means say they require a manager, they require maybe a company requires some management positions to be filled up with some qualifications, some requirements. As a manager, you can cross-check your information with that information. So where your application stands, where your your status stands. So all these things are very clearly seen there. Okay, and definitely there are different other things which are being widely used. So the backend tools are called data warehouses, data mining tools, real-time database, HR dashboards. All these things are widely applicable in today's time, which are basically based on technology, which are widely used in the HR. Yes, HR professionals may not know everything, but they actually provide the support to develop this kind of technologies which are required by the organization. Okay, there are certain areas on which the HR technology is being widely used, like recruitment technology, learning technology. When you talk about learning technology, you talk about computer-based training, web-based training, webcast and webinars, pre-recorded podcast, mobile learning, distributed and distance learning, hybrid blended learning, wikis, all information is available. Okay, when you go for the performance management, it is also technology is capturing your performance records. Okay, yes, many cases still your manager, your supervisor is entering your data, but in almost 80 to 90% cases, in many professions, okay, entire performance record of yours are captured are actually by the system, by the technology. Okay, so there is very less chance of any biasness while evaluating your performances, because performance management is a very trivial sector of the HR. Okay, the most one of the most say I should say the disputed sector. Say when you go to a manager or to your boss, and boss says, okay, so and Mr. So and so or Miss So and so, you have done very well in this particular area of your performance this year, but you could improve on that thing. But maybe you are very genuine. You are very genuine in your effort and everything like that. So you might not like the way you have been told that information that you could improve on this particular sector. So this is the point of conflict between you and somebody, the supervisor or manager, something like that. In the case of performance management technology, where a lot of technologies are there, they capture your performances. When in many cases you yourself, fill up the information about your performances on the required domain, required areas, on the technology-enabled sectors, technology-enabled areas of your performance management capture points. So there is no chance at all. At the end of the 6 months or 3 months or 4 months, that's based on the company's requirement. You can track your performance, whether you are doing well or you need to improve or something like that. Okay, so this actually helps you to self growth and self learning. And definitely the last one is that e-compensation on the e-benefits. There is compensation benefit program is very important, because see, whether you are entitled for any additional compensation, because most of the companies are going for the flexible compensation where the fixed salary is very less and the flexible portion is very high. And how, say, whether you think you are entitled, say in many cases, the technology actually integrates the performance management and compensation part, both of them. Okay, so that you are a good performer continuously for maybe above average performer maybe for last 2 years. So as per the company policy, or maybe you have seen that in other cases, if any employee of other departments, they have done continuously well above average performances, they have been given 10% hike in salary or some incentive or some bonus. Okay, or some benefit, whether you have been given that benefit, so you can claim on that as in that particular part. Even that also helps management to understand, okay, so this particular the guy or this particular girl or the employee can be considered for this something like that. Okay, so it is very transparent. It is nothing like that you have to make the phone call earlier, like it should be done like this. Okay, it takes say months of time, even days of time, weeks of time to get all the information. Now is the real time data is available with you. Okay, with everybody. Now there are three main things based on that the entire technology enabled HR practices stands today. One is called the digital workforce. I should say the technology workforce enabled workforce, digital workplace, technology enabled workplace, and digital HR, technology enabled HR. Now, what are the meaning of this kind of thing? Why they are integrated? We talk about the digital workforce. Digital workforce is basically your employees, your work culture, your work environment is technology enabled. Okay, people, I mean, in your company might be technology is there, but half of the people do not know how to use the technology, how to read the technology, how to apply the technology, how to get the best benefit of the technology. So that's very important. So digital workforce or the technology enabled workforce is one of the most important components. Without that, you cannot develop the technology enabled HR practices in the organization. It is not only the HR department, but also each and every employee who are the part of that particular practice, including the line managers, line executive, line supervisors, everybody should have some sort of role. I'm telling that everybody will be the expert on digital applications. No, maybe somebody will be required to be more expert on than others. But in some cases, some people, at least some basic knowledge and understanding about the digital or the technology enabled practices they are supposed to do, that should be there. Okay, like that. Now we talk about digital workplace. Digital workplace means the physical workplace or work from home or the hybrid workplace, whatever. So the workplace, the system, the platform where you are working, that should be digital or should be technology enabled. Okay. So it actually not only influences the employees or the management to do better, to be more integrated, to be more transparent, to be more say reliable. Okay, but also it will say protect the data. It will encourage people to contribute more and more in the data domain or the technology domain as an employee. Okay, and the technology will always be upgraded and updated. Okay, whenever it is possible, like that. Digital workplaces. Okay, and digital HR means when you talk about digital HR policies and the strategies of the organization, so how the organization can monitor, like say in a physical workplace where the performance management monitoring is being done purely manually, okay, without any application of technology, or when the same organization is going to monitor the performance, and performance management is very much related to the technology enablement. So how both the things are actually changing from this place to that place? What are the major changes are required in the digital area practices? Company must have changed the policies and priorities and other things in that case, like that. Okay. I'm not going to tell you everything here. So I am telling you a few examples from corporate sector, like say based on the AI, say cognitive processing. What is the name of cognitive processing? Cognitive processing is something where the cognition. Cognition is basically logical reasoning. You see, like that thing. Okay. Now, when we have the data and information from by reading the data information, what kind of logical conclusion, logical understanding you develop on that particular thing? Embedded analytics. What is that? Say, I'm telling you a simple example, not only in the HR domain, other domain. Like see, in our university, we use a platform called the Blackboard. Okay, and in the Blackboard, we have that is actually we upload all the class notes, lectures, and everything, assessments and everything like that. Okay, and when the students upload their work there, it is not only today. So we are doing it for the many years. Okay, when the students upload their work, they put in the Turnitin. Turnitin is embedded there. Okay, so it is called Turnitin Analytics. Where Turnitin software, which actually might be in your university also, there's a Turnitin. You might be knowing that because you have the PhD program there. So Turnitin actually captures the plagiarism from there. Okay, how many students have the plagiarism below 10%? How many students have the plagiarism below 10%, above 10%, but less than 15%? So it is analytics. So in HR also, when you go for the capturing the information about employee performances, employee incentives, and other things, okay, which are the part of the cognitive processing, definitely. We can segregate, okay, around 50% of the employees are average performers. Average performers because of these parameters, they have done this. Okay, or maybe this year or last only 25% employees have got the incentives of this sort. How much incentive they have got? Okay, somebody has got this amount of incentive. Somebody has got beyond that, something like that. Okay, from which department the maximum incentive of maximum nature or maximum scope has been given, has been awarded. So embedded analytics like that. Mobile technology, I told you earlier. Okay. Now there are different things which have been used by companies called Wide and Wendy chatbot services. This is AI based, and and this particular helps the employees with their career strategies and shows them career opportunities. What is a chatbot? When you go to your university website, in the marketing and for the admission, chatbot automatically comes. They ask for your email ID, for your phone number, or something like that, and automatically say they ask you to some information, basic standard information. Here, based on certain type of queries forwarded by the employees, okay, this Wade and Wendy company creates the chatbot for the employees. Now, this is not for the customers, it's for the employees. Okay, and when the employees can access to their employee portal, there they can definitely see all these things. Okay, so actually, the technology-enabled HR practices have made the entire system more transparent, and employee is more connected to the organizational information and something like that, which they have the interest on, like that. Now, there's a concept called Switch. It's an app for recruiting and helping the candidates to find the right jobs. Okay, like that thing. Then talk about the software like say Vendor Unity. Vendor Unity is basically it gives the information about the job, and it is say based on the different some hundreds of thousands of queries made by the employees on different aspects of their career or different aspects of their HR practices. Okay, they identify certain basic questions and their ready answers. Okay, see, and they have, based on the algorithm practices, they have made something like what kind of questions usually asked by the different kind of genders. Maybe what are the type of the questions of the mid-career women employees who are working with the operations or sales or the HR, something like that. So they may have a 600 questions in the particular thing, and their queries also, and their type of answers also. Okay, yes, definitely there are questions which might not be answered by the vendor narrative. For that, definitely they direct that thing to some other particular direction or domain. Maybe they will say, okay, this is the number. Can you call to this particular number? This is the email. Can you particular send the email to this thing to get the answer of your query, like that. Now you talk about say apart from that, what we do usually is open actually to everybody. Glassdoor, Know Your Worth, or LinkedIn Salary Survey, or Payscale.com or Salary.com. There you can check your credibility, or you can check your worth, how much you should get, or something like that. Yes, definitely plus minus 10% you can understand. Okay, what is the working condition in such a company? I also do that thing when I apply for a job in any organization, any university or the college or the institution. I try to get the feedback about what the ex-employees have written there. Okay, I try to get the information from different sources. So this is also one sort of open source technology which are indirectly or directly to the HR also, like that. Okay. Different companies have gone for great great practice. IBM, Royal Bank of Canada, Unilever, Saudi Aramco, PricewaterhouseCoopers, ING, and AT&T. I'll be giving you example not only from all these. We don't have time that much, but from few of them. Okay. Let me go to the Unilever first. Okay. Now Unilever actually say. See, they have applied, they have used the automation to a great extent. Okay, now see, enhancing the employee experience through technology is their policy now. Okay, Unilever has a large number of employees, and how they have made into the productivity by application of technology. You look at that, the first paragraph I've written there, the right hand corner: automation based employee experience regarding changing tools, query processing, getting feedbacks on quality efficiency have reduced over 1 million interactions, leading to an estimated 300,000 hours, 3 lakh hours freed from the employees. So earlier employees and the managers of the HR department has to give the queries, physical queries replied back, answered back by the email or other things. Now it is not required anymore. It is completely changed like that. Okay, people can get the information directly and without wasting the time. Okay, people become restless earlier. I sent an email to my HR. It is almost 7 days. I'm yet to get that reply. So I'm sending another email. Okay, I'm making another phone call, something like that. Okay. Now, based on the learning and development practices, the talent first model has been completely digitized, where organization can identify from within about from their existing data sources, and can identify, okay, which of the people from which particular department or geography can be considered like that. Okay, now automation based prediction of the talent displacement, that's very important. Okay, involving functional departments and HR, from which department, from which particular geography, from which particular functional area, who can be transferred from where. Okay, and when you transfer somebody or you plan somebody, you do the background checking, whether if it's a lady with a child or a family, whether the lady will be able to get the transfer at the moment. Though she is the right talent, she's the most suitable talent at the point that time. The company has zeroed in on her, something like that. So based on all the things, all the factors, companies can do this. It actually helps the organization to reduce the chance of the rejection of the offer. Okay, like that. Okay, so there are a lot of other things that have been happening. It is improving the productivity. Saudi Aramco, I'm giving the example. This is the example, the last example I'm giving. Now, Saudi Aramco is the world's largest oil producing company. Okay, and it is owned by the Saudi Arab government. Now, in the Saudi Aramco, they have the thousands and thousands of employees. Now, they have gone for 100% technology enablement of their HR practices. Okay, because by 2030, Saudi Arabia has planned for complete digital transformation and technology transformation. Saudi Aramco as one of the largest oil petroleum producing country, and definitely one of the largest, employer in the particular sector in the region. So you can see 79,000 employees. That's a huge number. Okay. Now, how these entire workforce can be digitized, how the entire workforce can be enabled for the HR platform technology. Okay, that is the most important thing. For that, they have invested a huge amount of money. They have gone for leading national academy as a female-focused vocational academy where the technology-based trainings are being given, where the people can become more technology-enabled. Okay, including their performance management, hiring and selection, transfer. Okay, they have identified 6 major areas of training which have been divided into 3 layers. Okay, they call it progressive training, regular training, and future training. Progressive training means which are regular training, which are the type of regular training of the skill sets they require. Okay, for that, what kind of training, online training can be provided? Because Saudi Oil Petroleum Organization is a big one. They have the presence in not only in Saudi Arabia, outside Saudi Arabia also. Okay, so their employees from maybe based in say in Europe. Okay, what kind of training they should be given? Whether they should be given the progressive training or regular training or something like that. Okay, for that, what platforms should be provided when the training will be given to them? So this is more customized, more employees can learn from their bedroom actually, even like that thing. Okay, okay, keeping the laptop on their real lap, and they can learn a lot of things. Okay, in a very comfortable situation. It is nothing like that earlier. Okay, definitely these companies still have the physical training, but in many cases, physical training is not possible. So they are doing a lot of things in that particular case, not only training. Okay, so when I talk about the training in the industry 4, so these are some of the major areas where technology is being widely used in HR practices like hiring, analytics, and artificial intelligence-based deliberations are being done. I gave you some examples already. Learning and development, remember the example of Glaxo, analytics and artificial intelligence-based deliberations also. Culture and diversity. Culture and diversity, yes, culture and diversity cannot be changed overnight, definitely. But there are definitely many companies like Unilever, they are trying to improve their diversity based on the information they're collecting, they're getting about the gender participation, cultural participation, say the educational participation, and all those things actually, you see. And they're trying to identify those areas where the diversity is little bit not being actually being used. Okay, like that thing. So how they can improve the diversity. Now, talent acquisition and turnover management is a very important one, where if you talk about the how to hire the talent, okay, whether it is a regular employment or part-time employment or total employment, whatever, okay, and turnover management. See which of the employees or which particular department is experiencing maximum turnover. Why their turnover is happening, okay, and what is the nature of the turnover, the age, educational background, gender, all these things they collect, and accordingly they make the future policies to control the turnover, to reduce the turnover. Because if the employee turnover is very high, definitely it not only affects the operations but also the cost aspect also. Okay. Now there are basically 4 levels of technology adoption. I am almost finishing the end of the presentation. Now you talk about the first thing that is called the level 1, that is called operational response, where technology is being used to respond to the different things, where technology platforms are used as a standalone practices, standalone practices, quote unquote. And then talk about the advanced responses, where proactive response for benchmarking and decision making. You may have internal benchmarking, that means within your same organization, the best practices can be benchmarked and different departments, other departments can use those things. So advanced response, you can do accordingly. You can set the technology like that. Say employee turnover, say like that. Now employee turnover in your department is maybe 18%. It's quite high. Maybe in so-and-so department, of so-and-so function area of your organization, it is only maybe 6%. So 6% is the benchmark you set. And what are the policies and what are the things they're following? You also try to follow in your department, and you can track. Definitely, technology is not doing everything. Technology is helping you to track that thing. Technology is helping you to benchmark that thing. Technology is helping you to make your plans and programs implemented. Okay, and you talk about the strategic response. When you talk about strategic response, you develop different business models, HR models, actionable solutions, which can be applied through the technology platforms of your organizations. And finally, the last one, which is very rarely used, is called the predictive response. That means what can be done in the future or what can be happening in the future. The prediction is being done. And if it is possible, it is positive, it's fine. If it is negative, how that negativity can be minimized. That's all is the important thing. Okay. So, I mean, I'm telling you, most of the organizations across the globe are at the level 1 and level 2. Few more are very progressive one or level 3. Very rare organizations are level 4. Okay. Now I talk about I have taken these 4 sectors who have done most of the interventions in nature technology. Say I have taken 5 major areas of technology intervention. Like it is this particular thing I've taken it in CIPD study 2017, this in Europe and American companies. Now, staffing and talent management here, the most of the IT companies have applied technology in this area. Now, consulting, after that, pharmaceutical and manufacturing. If you go for the learning and growth, learning and development perspective, consulting is the sector where maximum companies are using technology for learning and development. If you go for the process and operations area, HR process and operations, manufacturing sector is doing it. Okay, they're using maximum technology. Compensation management practices, consulting sector, they're using maximum focus. They're spending more time and energy and whatever, okay, of the HR technology to manage to implement the compensation management, change management, major area, IT sectors. Because IT sectors, IT companies are involved in a lot of project management activities and internal changes, structural changes. Most of the innovative changes in the team building and team dynamics and practices are happening in the IT sectors presently. So the change management practices, they are also HR technologies that are being widely used. So these are the overall scenario. You can see definitely when I talk about the HR technology, you have to understand what is HR technology. HR technology is basically the technological platform, digital platforms, mostly in present time. I should say 99% cases digital platform. How these platforms are being used, and there are 2 aspects of the platform: back-end tools and the front-end tools. Back-end tools are talking about information collection, information processing, information retention, information security, data security, whatever. When you talk about the front-end tools, so the employees can access the information, how the dashboards are being accessed by being read by the HR department, senior management, and how the appropriate policy segment can be developed. Okay, which then technology can be something where the HR functions, HR functional domains and the areas are properly integrated with the overall organizational platform, organizational practices. Okay, like that. Okay, so there are so many things are there. So I think I have been able to give you a brief idea about the HR technology. I am finishing my presentation here. Anybody wants to have any question, if I have the answer, definitely I'll be giving you. Otherwise, you can send me my email ID. Professor Priyanka knows. I can share my email ID here also. So thank you so much for this thing. And anyone want to ask me any question, I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable knowledge and experience with us. Sir, I only have one question to ask. So what are the technology aids or solutions which are available globally and in India with respect to industry, academia, forces at large? Which are the different solutions which are available?
Okay, there are many companies, there are many vendors who have their HR-based technologies, standard technologies, which are usually being purchased by the small and the medium-sized organizations as per their requirements. Like say, a small company may want to use, maybe they have only 50 employees. So now that in that case, they may have to buy some ready-made technology provided by some company globally or locally, whatever. Okay, and they can use that attendance monitoring system like that. Take it like this. Okay, if you are talking about the big company, large corporations with thousands and thousands of employees, they can develop their own technology, customized technology with the help of the international vendors or service providers. Okay, like that thing. There are many. There are hundreds and hundreds of companies now available at the economical rate. They can provide you the support, okay, or as I told you, it can be the best solutions. Okay, that means you can contact to different companies for different type of solutions regarding different HR areas. For training and development, one particular, maybe for training and development itself, maybe we require 5 different supports, 5 different vendors. For recruitment or selection, maybe require 2 different vendors, like that. Okay, based on the particular company's expertise or abilities, something like that. So, but I'm telling you one thing that these are available, widely available across the globe. And there are not only multinational companies, local companies, domestic companies are also available. There they can provide, large number of Indian companies are there. They provide this kind of support. Yeah, and definitely they are also providing support to international clients. Okay, by selling their technology and other things. But mostly, it is the best solution that you develop your own technology. If your company is very big, your problems are more complicated. Definitely, not every company has the same kind of requirements. So you can contact different companies, small, big, and nothing like that. It is purely the relationship between the vendor and the purchaser, and based on requirement actually. But these actually have completely changed the HR is being function now. Actually.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for your insights. Technology's impact on work is contingent on a broad set of factors, including the reasons for its introduction, management philosophy, the labor management contract, the degree of a shared agreement about technology and work organization, and the process of technology development and implementation. So, on this, on behalf of BBA Department, Parul University, I take this opportunity to thank respected expert speaker, Dr. Indranil Bose, for joining us in this webinar. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your insights and wisdom with us. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation and providing your time and giving your experience or sharing your valuable knowledge and expertise with all of us. At the end, I must say that the beautiful thing about learnings is that nobody can take it away from you. I hereby sincerely thank each and everyone wholeheartedly for glorifying the program by joining us virtually. Thank you so much.
Thank you.